In this recording in our series of pocket operation, we will continue with the levels page. Now, the levels page controls the actual levels that you'll be working on, the upper level, the depth, and the step down. And we'll also have delta, and we'll talk about that all in a moment. We also have clearance level and safety distance. Clearance level is the level that it moves on as it repositions itself over the part. Safety distance is that when the tool goes down to the material, it stops that value before it actually gets to the material, and for this point on, it works at the Z feed rate. So you'll also note in this particular case, the upper level is grayed out. The reason for that is that we're working in the recognition mode of the stock, and it automatically sees where the upper level of the stock is, and therefore it puts that value in. Now, it has 1 millimeter over here for the simple reason is that there's 1 millimeter of stock left on top of the part. And the pocket depth is taken from the default value. If I want to actually tie it to the part, I can just click in this area, in this window, and then click at the bottom of the part itself. I'll click on it, and now you'll see that this here is associative. When it turns this color, it means it's associative, always tied to that level. Now, I want to actually go a little bit past the bottom of the part. So instead of changing this, if I change it manually, say to a depth of 41.5, you'll see that's not associative anymore. But I want to keep it associative. So I'm going to put the associativity back. And we have the option of manipulating the delta. I'm going to say I want it to go another minus 0.5 below the part, ensuring that the entire tool passes the part and does not leave a burr at the bottom. Step down. How much do I want it to step down at each level? And I have it set here at 6 millimeters. This is taken as default from the tool. It takes the half of the diameter of the tool, the radius of the tool, and puts that in as your default step down. Of course, you can change it to anything you want. We have an option here also called equal step down. Equal step down, we'll see that at the end you may have a small amount that has to be continued down because you were going down 6 millimeters. So it takes the entire step down and spreads it out equally. Therefore, it says now maximum step down. Now, one more note. See the upper level, and I had mentioned before that it is grayed out. If you want, you can manipulate this. You can open this up. The way to open it up is if you go into geometry and you go into stock, you have at the bottom called disable automatic upper level. Clicking on that and going back to my levels page, now that is open. So if I want to have my upper level on top of the part, you can have that as well. You can do it basically anything you want over here. In our next recording, we'll start talking about our technology page.